Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to revise our first part of section A, that is from number 1 to number 3 of biology paper 2 that was written in June 2024. Number 1 is reading. Fig 1.1 shows 3 adjacent water molecules. We are supposed to identify the element X. So here, this is going to be our oxygen, which is connected to 2 hydrogens. So we are going to identify the element X as oxygen. So bond Y is linking hydrogen and oxygen. It is known as hydrogen bond. And then on part 2, we're supposed to name the bond that is formed between element X and element Z. It is known as covalent bonding. In water molecule, oxygen atom and hydrogen atom share electrons in covalent bond. And then on part 3, we're supposed to explain the importance of bond Y. So hydrogen bond cause water to be attracted to each other, making it to be very cohesive. And then on part 4, we are supposed to relate the chemical structure of water to its use as a solvent. Because of its polarity and ability to form hydrogen bonds, water makes an excellent solvent, meaning it can dissolve many different kinds of molecules. Let us move on to part B of this question. On part B, it is saying state 2 functions of nucleic acids. So first I'm going to explain what are nucleic acids. These are biomolecules that play essential roles in all the cells and viruses. Examples of nucleic acids, we have DNA and RNA. So the major function of nucleic acids involves storage and expression of genomic information and also protein synthesis. Let us now proceed to part C. We are supposed to distinguish between glycogen and glucose. So glucose is a single sugar unit, or we can just say it is a monosaccharide, whilst glycogen is a multi-sugar unit of polysaccharide. So another difference is that glucose is basic unit of fuel for your cells, whilst glycogen is a collection of main glucose stored for the future use. Let us now proceed to number 2A. Describe the features of runner plant 2 marks. So when you are saying a runner plant, it is the one that produces long stems, which are also known as stolons, that grow along the ground, producing a new plant at their tips. It has nodes and internodes. They develop adventitious roots at the nodes. So let me re-summarize again the features of a runner plant. It produces long stems, which are also known as stolons, that grow along the ground, producing new plants at their tips. It has nodes and internodes. They develop adventitious roots at the nodes. Let us move on to part B. And then on part B, describe how a new plant develops from a runner plant. So new plants develop from runner plants through vegetative propagation. So the first step is that stolon is produced, which grow along the ground or above the soil surface. So along the stolons, we are going to have the nodes developing, which have meristematic tissues. So the next step is the root development. Adventitious roots grow downwards into the soil. And then at the same nodes, we are going to have some leaves beginning to grow, and then the internodes, they are going to elongate and new plant is established. So I'm going to rephrase how a new plant develop from a runner plant. New plants develop from runner plants through vegetative propagation. The stolon grow along the ground. Nodes develop along the stolons with meristematic tissues. Adventitious roots grow downwards into the soil. At some nodes, the leaves begin to grow. Internode elongate and new plant is established. Let us move on to part C. Explain the importance of geotropism in plant growth. So first I'm going to explain what is geotropism. It is also known as gravitropism. It is the growth and growth response of plants to gravity. So geotropism directs roots to grow into the soil, anchoring plant and absorbing water and nutrients. Another importance of geotropism is that it guides shoot to grow towards the light, optimizing photosynthesis. It also helps to maintain stem's vertical orientation, supporting the plant structure. And then geotropism helps plants to adapt to their environment, responding to changes in gravity, light, and temperature. Let us now proceed to number 3. Number 3A, part 1, define a pathogen. So pathogen is a biological agent that causes disease or illness in an organism. Examples of pathogens, they can be bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protozoa. And then on part 2, we are supposed to explain how each of the skin, tears, and earwax prevent pathogens from entering the body. So we are going to start by explaining the skin. Skin forms a tight, impermeable layer that prevents pathogens from entering. And then the tears, they contain lysozymes that break down bacterial cell wall, killing them. Tears also have slightly acidic pH, which inhibits growth. And then the pH of earwax is slightly acidic, which is going to inhibit the growth of bacteria. And then on B, part 1, we are supposed to name the 2 types of white blood cells. There are several white blood cells, for example, neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, and basophils. So there are so many different types of white blood cells. I have listed some of them, and according to the question, candidates were just required to state in 2 types of white blood cells. And then on number 2, we are supposed to describe the engulfing action by white blood cells. So the process is known as phagocytosis. First step is recognition. The white blood cell, they are going to recognize the foreign particles. And then the next step, it is adhesion. White blood cells, they are going to adhere to target, forming tight bond. Then the third stage is pseudopod formation. The white blood cell is going to extend the membrane around the target. The fourth step is the engulfment. White blood cell is going to engulf the pathogen. And then after engulfment and engulfment process, the next one is elimination. Digested material is going to be eliminated through the process of exocytosis. So this marks the end of our tutorial today on first part of section A of June 2024, Biology Paper 2. Let us meet again in the next tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. I love you all. This is Eve signing out.